I can't tell you how many times I've done stories about these violent, terroristic children. I don't care if they're teenagers. If you are under the age of 18, you are a minor. Therefore, you are in the category of that of a child, where they have done some very crazy things to their teachers over a bad grade. And you're seeing two of them right here. So on the left in the picture of the woman, you see her name is Nohema Graber, and I hope I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. And on the right are the two terroristic children, whose name is Willard Noble Shaden Miller. He's the one at the top right. And on the bottom right is a individual by the name of Jeremy Everett Goodell. And these two right here are responsible for beating her to death. She was a Spanish teacher. They are responsible for beating her to death because one of them, not both of them, got a bad grade. You heard that correctly. They beat her to death over a grade that they received. Now, I'm curious to know what the bad grade was. I'm just that curious. And my thing is this: you threw your whole life away. Well, considering this is in Iowa and these are two PC teams, maybe their lives aren't completely thrown away, because you know how they got to do. And with my hashtag Operation Protect the White Boy, we got to think of their future. So I don't know. This story is fresh to me, so I don't know the details. So I don't want to be speaking too far ahead, and they got a slap on the wrist, because you know how that goes. But all over a grade, though. They are willing to throw their life away over a grade, something that they could have easily probably fixed. Let's get into it. Prosecutors reportedly believe teenagers killed their high school Spanish teacher, brutally ambushing her during her daily walk at a park because one of them got a bad grade. And just reading that right there, that spells first degree all the way, which means this wasn't with intent. Like, they probably knew her patterns and said, let's go ahead and just attack her right then and there. Or it could have been a thing of they just happened to see her and that's when they took their opportunity. But either way, I believe that they planned this. This information comes out as attorney for Willard Noble Shaden Miller, age 17, tries to suppress the result of a search warrant that helped tie her client to murdering Nohema Graber, age 66. Miller's trial is scheduled to begin March 20, 2023, records show. Co-defendant Jeremy Everett Goodell, age 17, is set for trial to begin this upcoming December 5th. He has successfully filed to sever their cases. Although both defendants were 16 at the time of Graber's death, they will be tried as adults, as they should be. Graber was found dead in Chautauqua Park in Fairfield, Iowa on November 3rd, 2021. So this happened last year, a year ago, pretty much. This was mere hours after she was reported missing. Someone had hidden her under a tarp, wheelbarrow, and railroad ties. Authorities believe Miller and Goodell beat her to death with a baseball bat. To know Nohema was to love her. She was the kind of person every community longs to have in its midst, and we were blessed to have her in our lives, her family said in a statement last year. She lived for her children, her family, and her faith. Her next priorities were her job as an educator and the children she taught, her local parish, and the Spanish-speaking community in Fairfield. The family deeply appreciates the outpouring of support during this unimaginable tragedy. My heart goes out to the family, friends, colleagues, and students that are dealing with this tragic murder of Nohema Graber, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds said. Ms. Graber touched countless children's lives through her work as an educator across our state by sharing her passion for a foreign language. The state's account is that Miller had gotten a bad grade in her class, according to the Associated Press. The poor grade is believed to be the motive behind the murder of Graber, which directly connects Miller, court documents reportedly said. They met on November 2nd, 2021. Graber later went to the park for her routine walk, but when her van left less than an hour later, there were two people, both male, in the front, witness reportedly said. The vehicle was left on a rural road. Goodell allegedly called someone who picked up both him and Miller. Yeah, this was definitely planned. I can definitely see them getting hit with murder one, because as I'm reading this, that was my biggest question was, did they plan this out, or was it just by chance that they just kind of ran into her and they did what they did? But this definitely sounds like it was premeditated. A witness gave investigators pictures of a Snapchat conversation of Goodell allegedly admitting he acted in concert with another person to kill Graber. Miller allegedly said he had knowledge of everything but did not participate. He claimed that a roving group of masked kids actually killed Graber and forced him to give up his wheelbarrow to move the remains and to drive her van away from the park. Prosecutors have said that the pair stalked Graber to keep an eye on her pattern of life. There you go. Well, if that didn't answer my question before, if I had lingering doubt that it wasn't first degree, that statement right there pretty much confirmed it. Miller's attorney, Christine Brandstad, reportedly wants to suppress evidence from his home as well as his statement to police, information from his cell phone, and also Snapchat. As part of her attempt to strike down the results of 4 search warrants, the lawyer argued investigators failed to show the magistrate judge their informant was reliable or that the information should be treated as reliable. And that's the whole article right there. I wish we would have known what the bad grade was. And I bet you it wasn't even a failing grade to them. It was just a bad grade to them. Because, you know, a lot of people who are overachievers feel like they got to get A's and everything or whatever the case may be. Then the minute that A turns into a B, then that's considered bad for them because somehow it must mess up their GPA or something of that nature. That's why I said you got to be real careful when it comes to these quote unquote overachievers because they be some of the worst people ever. I'm talking about attitudes are horrible. And they probably felt, oh, how dare this B give us this bad grade? And then she was the Spanish teacher. So, you know, she's foreign. You know, she's Mexican or, you know, Hispanic Latina. I'm not sure how to classify, but we'll just say Mexican. And these are PC teens. They probably felt that they were above her and she was beneath them. How dare she give us this bad, or how dare she give me, because it wasn't a us, because it wasn't both of them that got a bad grade. It was only one of them who got a bad grade. They felt, oh, how dare she give us this bad grade? Okay, we'll fix her. We'll deal with her. We'll show her what a bad grade looks like. And they got her up out the paint. They cleared her off the table. She's no longer part of the union. Over a damn bad grade. If y'all want to see what mediocrity looks like, here's those two right there. Like, that's crazy. But it's also not surprising. There are people out there, no matter what the age, who are that irate and that off the damn chain and off their rocker that they will take someone out over a damn grade, one that they could possibly make up. The easiest thing that they could have did was, I don't know, possibly study harder, work harder, concentrate. Because it sounds to me like this was the only class that this one individual was failing in, and the other one that jumped right on in to go ahead and assist with this, he's just as stupid as the one who came up with the plan to actually kill the teacher. Like, you could have been in the clear by just saying, no, I'm not going to go along with it. You would have been a witness, of course, but at least you wouldn't be on your way to jail, possibly facing a life sentence with your buddy. But I don't know if it was peer pressure or whatever the case may be, or you felt empty-headed and decided you just wanted to tag along because of the rush of wanting to take somebody out. You just never know. It's crazy. I'll tell you this. When I was in school, I wasn't the best student. I didn't get straight A's. And even if I did get a bad grade, it never formulated in my mind to say, you know what? I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that to my teacher because they gave me a bad grade. That's something that never entered my mind when I was a teenager, when I was in high school, when I was their age. That never was something that entered into my mind. Now, one thing that I did have to worry about, and I think every black household will be aware of this, especially if you're dealing with a black mom. I mean, it could be the black father too, but especially that black mother. You bring home a certain grade into that, bring home a bad grade into that household. Yeah. What did they say in Friday? That's your ass, Mr. Postman? I've had a couple of those instances, but as you can see, I'm still here. We are all still breathing. We all still thriving. As for who's not going to be thriving so well is most likely these two, because wait till they get behind bars, because they trying them as adults. So they going straight to the prison. Yeah, they ain't going to no juvenile hall. They ain't going to kiddie jail. They go in there with the hardened criminals. Imagine what this is going to be like when they get behind bars and they ask them what y'all in for. Oh, because we took our teacher because one of us got a bad grade. That's going to be one hell of a story they're going to have to tell.